Tindy C. This is Radio Fox.
Hi, this is Tindy C from Radio Fox, and today I am at a roller derby game, and this sport is like rugby on roller skates, but there's no ball. Oh, it looks quite painful. Let's find out more. And I'm speaking to?
My name's Moji Green, and I'm the newbie rep for Roller Derby Leicester.
So could you tell us a little bit about roller derby?
Okay, roller derby is a full contact sport. It's on skates, women on quad skates, and it's the fastest growing female sport in the country and indeed in the world. And we're very, very fortunate in Leicester to have a newish league. We've been going for about a year now, Roller Derby Leicester, who are currently ranked third in the Midlands. They are 30th, I believe, in Europe. So we're really coming up the rankings. We're undefeated, and today we've got our final game of this section of the roller derby season.
Wow, undefeated. I'm really looking forward to it today. And what kind of game is it going to be after?
We have Roller Derby Leicester versus Sheffield Steel, which is a conventional roller derby game, and then the second game is an exhibition game between skaters that have been injured in the past. They've had fairly significant injuries that have meant they've been off skates for 3 months or more, versus another team. So the injured skaters are team Metal Legs, and they are playing against team Crazy Legs, and they are skaters who either themselves or have had been impacted by mental health issues. So they are skaters from all over the country, whereas the first two will be either from Leicester or from Sheffield.
Wow, I mean, just having a look at them warming up today, I'm thinking, wow, rugby on roller skates?
Yes, it's often described as rugby on roller skates. However, we don't have a ball. We don't have a ball. No. But it's a full contact sport, and the whole point of the game is to get your jammer, your leads, your skater through a defensive pack to the front to be able to start scoring points. So at any time you will have 10 women on the track, 4 blockers and for each team, and a jammer for each team, and the whole point is to get your jammer through to the front and to stop the other team's jammer from getting through to the front. Once the jammer's been round the track anti-clockwise for 1 lap, she can then start scoring by pushing her way through, assisted or blocked by the blockers, assisted by her own blockers and blocked by the other team's blockers.
Can she only move in one direction to score?
Anti-clockwise, yes.
So the game is always played anti-clockwise wherever you play it? Wherever
we play it around the world, you skate round the track the wrong way, but the right way for us. Turn left. Keep turning left.
The players, I'm just looking at them. Some of them do look quite dainty, don't they?
Okay, so this sport, I just need to emphasise that men do play roller derby. Roller Derby Leicester is an all-women's league. We do have men in our team. They are our referees. There are men's teams, and some teams are made up of men and women, and we train with men because obviously we want our referees to get the same high standard of skating that the rest of the women do. So it's an all-inclusive sport. It's not about what size you are, what shape you are, how tall, how much you weigh, your age. None of these things are relevant. The most important thing is that you turn up and you've got the right approach to the game.
And you've got to have the ability to skate, presumably.
Roller Derby Leicester will take anybody. You don't have to have ever been on skates because we have a very structured learn to skate program. You start at level 1 and it goes right through to level 4A, and you're coached by extremely skilled and talented skaters and coaches. So at no point are you kind of left on your own to struggle. It's a tough training program, but at the end of it you will be a good skater, yes.
Wow, I'm getting tempted myself now.
Good, that's good. Yeah, like I say, you have to be over 18. And the eldest league member is in her 50s. So it's a very inclusive sport.
So is everybody in the team, are they actually from Leicester?
The majority are either live locally, but they may not necessarily have originated from Leicester. We have people that are French, Polish. We have somebody that's recently joined us that's from Iraq. So yeah, again, it doesn't matter as long as you can. We can communicate what's needed in terms of training. English doesn't have to be your first language or anything. It's very much all comers welcome.
Okay, thank you. And I am joined by 3 players now from Team Metal Legs. Who'd like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Wrecking Ball.
I'm Louise Hammer.
And I'm Dr. G Knockout.
Lovely to meet you. How are you feeling about the game today?
Excited, very excited. It's good to be back on track.
Okay, so tell me about Team Metal Legs.
Team Metal Legs is about returning injured players to roller derby. So all of us have suffered some major injuries like broken ankles, broken legs, broken anything, and knee injuries. And we've been off skating for a while, and we've just returned, overcome the injury, the rehabilitation, and come back to play roller derby together.
So you know what I'm going to ask now. How did you sustain the injuries? Was it playing roller derby in the first place?
It was. I would imagine it mostly was. And it's quite an intense sport. It's full contact, so the risk of injury is much higher despite wearing all the protective kit.
Okay, yeah, you guys still love to play?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
yeah, love it, yeah.
So what draws you to it?
Definitely community and the support, especially when you get broken. There's a lot of support. There's a whole page on Facebook.
Just enjoy skating. It's just the crowd, the atmosphere, just the I don't know, the sneaky little tactic side of it, and just acting mental on skates really. And
Fantastic.
Again, just being a kid on skates again and just hitting the, bejeebers out of each other. It's so much fun.
So how do you guys actually get into roller derby?
A friend at work just introduced me to the sport, and they were like, "Do you know what roller derby is?" And I'm like, "No, I have no idea." And they're like, "Come along to an intake," and I just haven't looked back since at all. The best thing I've done ever.
I've never ever heard of it before, and my friend bought a set of skates. She lives 2 houses away from me, and that day I went and bought a pair of skates. I was like, never skated in my life. I was like hanging on to the railings and stuff. But once you start playing, you get into it, and it's great now. I absolutely love it.
Once you put those magic 8 wheels on, you are in a happy place, and it's something completely different.
Wow, I think I've got to try it.
Yes, you must. It's a really good fun. It's a very good anger management. There's never anything vicious, and it's really good for working out all the stress. There's nothing like it, basically. And I've done many sports. I've played football, I've ran, I played handball, I played volleyball, I did gymnastics, and there's nothing like it.
Wow, because I've read about it being an unstoppable phenomenon, and it's like taking over the world, isn't it?
Yeah, it's growing.
No stopping it whatsoever.
Because it started in America, I'm assuming.
I think it was 60 odd years ago.
A very long time ago, and then it's evolved.
Yeah, it used to be an endurance game. So there was a track, and 2 teams will try and do as many laps as possible. It got very popular, and then so much that it got a bit turned into a show rather than a game. So everybody lost interest, and then it was reborn. And a few leagues started again in Texas, and then that's when the modern roller derby started again. And it's slightly different now, but it's the basic is the same.
Wow, did you catch Drew Barrymore's film Whip It, was it, a few years ago?
I started to watch it, and I turned it off.
Oh, so they're not really playing?
It's what Hollywood does. It blows it out of proportion. We don't punch people in the face. It's a bit more actual sport than kicking the crap out of each other.
We've got the referees following us around and everything. We can only hit in legal zones. We can only hit with legal places. If we do sort of do an illegal move, we get sent off into the sin bin. We've got to sit there for 30 seconds, and then we get back on. So it's not we're not illegally hitting, elbowing each other all the time and everything.
Well, good luck for today. I wish you better. Any last words for our listeners out there?
Play roller derby. You won't regret it.
Just try it. Give it a go.
It's a good fun.
Thank you very much, guys. You might have me tempted. I might be trying a few things after this. The game between Roller Derby Leicester and Sheffield Steel Rollergirls has now started, and I'm chatting to Moji again. Leicester are in the lead at the moment.
They are in the lead by 1 point, so it's this is going to be a close game. Both like I say, both talented teams, quite high up in the rankings in Europe. So we've got a good game on our hands here.
So let's see if Leicester can keep their undefeated record.
Yes, I'll try and be neutral, but they will do. I'm sure. I'm confident that it'll be a win to Leicester. But yes, it'll be fantastic to finish the season undefeated. It really would.
I don't know if I'm being biased now. I don't know if it's because I'm from Leicester or orange is my favourite colour. I want Leicester to win.
I think it's a bit of both. Well, you always want your home team to win, don't you? So all the officials that you see that are wearing the pink tops, they're non-skating officials. So they're people that are involved with roller derby. However, their role is to help organise and monitor the game without being on skates. So they'll be looking at things like the scoring, managing the penalty box, keeping a log of penalties. There's also 7 referees. The people in stripes, we call them zebras, black and white stripes. They're on skates, and their main role is to make sure that the game is being played as safely as possible. Okay, so Zippy Kaye is our lead jammer. She's been round the track once, and now she's going to start scoring. She's going to try and push her way through, and our blockers are going to try and defend so that she can get through.
So you need to go around the track once first, don't you, before you can start scoring?
Before you can start scoring. Okay, now she's got thrown. She's got 4 points. The referee's holding 4 fingers up. And she's going to go round again to try and get some more.
These girls skate remarkably well. I mean, were they all like that when they first started?
No, the majority of the A team were new to skating, and over years they've learned. Some, like Zippy Kaye, experienced speed skaters. Some were athletes in other sports, and some were just complete novices. Real variety there. But they've all gone through a training programme and or are self-taught. Anybody who comes to Roller Derby Leicester now will go through our 4-tiered training programme that's coached by these amazing skaters you're seeing here today. Most of them have got quite high coaching qualifications.
So are you guys always looking for new members?
Always recruiting. I was going to say there's lots to do. Even if if you look around the volunteers you see here today, a lot of them, for example, Shay and Laura, are selling merch and cakes. They're all new skaters, so they're helping out and they're taking in what's going on with the game. Getting to see the A team skate is one of the best ways of training, really, in terms of understanding the game.
So if anyone listening to this is interested, how can they get in touch? Who can they get in touch with?
Okay, if they email me, my name's Moji, that's spelt Moji. If you put press@rollerderbyleicester.co.uk, then I'll get back to you.
Brilliant, that's fantastic.
Sometimes physios are keen to get people staying active, keep your sports up. Don't necessarily feel that because you've got an injury you can't do sport.
If you're at the hospital, it's obviously best to get medical clearance from your physio or from your doctor before you start something like this.
Yes, and you know, if not Roller Derby Leicester, go to a team or a sport where they've got qualified coaches that are going to let you progress and enable you to progress at the level that you're at. But yes, always get your GP or your physio or a sports physio in particular to help you make the decision, am I ready to do this? When we first started, we were skating against teams that didn't have the level of ability and expertise and skill that we have. Now we're moving up the rankings, we're attracting opposition that reflects our skills, so it's good, they're getting a good game. We will be the premier team in the Midlands over the next few years. I think Leicester's going to have another high-ranking sports team in the city, which is amazing, following the footsteps of obviously of football, rugby, cricket, Leicester Riders, and then it'll be Roller Derby Leicester.
So, and I'm here with Rob. So, what are you thinking of it all, Rob? You're going to give us your sporty view on it.
Well, there's a lot to it, isn't there? There's lots of action and lots of movement, and I'm slowly working it out. I think the complex thing about it is both teams are attacking and defending at the same time, and so you almost got to have four eyes, because you're trying to watch what one team's doing and then trying to watch what the other team's doing. But the fact that they're both doing it at the same time is quite a weird concept, really. And at some stages, the team that appears to be doing all the blocking is in fact turning that blocking into an attacking strategy. I do think it's all a bit violent, though, isn't it?
It is a tad violent.
It looks quite painful at times. People end up spread eagled on the floor.
And we are coming up to the final 2 minutes of the game. Way in the game, and Leicester have won.
Tindy C. This is Radio Fox.